Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, this time reviewing on issue 53 of Sonic the Hedgehog IDW Comic Review. Now, we're pretty much now up to issue 53, with basically Surge with her new device, and the cover pretty much has Whisper taking on Surge in a sort of city-like area. And of course, we see how Eggman says, "Who's in there? It better not be Sonic. Cubot, speak to me." Cubot's not here. "Not Sonic. Better." And we see her using the sort of, devices that she found, and her sort of enhancing her powers. And we see Eggman saying, "One of the pests who came in with Starline. What are you? Some lunkhead flunky he hired. Actually, I don't care. Robots, don't aim for the head. I want my device back in one piece." But of course, we kind of see how Eggman points out that the dynamo case was not supposed to be used as a sort of hat device, but instead for something else. And we see how Surge kind of absorbs the abilities. And of course, after Eggman confronts her, we see how she's going to get to Eggman eventually, but also will have Sonic on the first hit list. And we see how Surge breaks through and says that, "Rocked! A minute more, and he would have been crying for his mama. Testing this baby's out is going to be fun." And of course, Surge hears a voice, and it's Dr. Starline, who says, "Your accessories are generally a choice. You're gone!" That'd be more of a problem if it was real." And turns out the device is causing some sort of fever dream to make Surge think that Starline's real, even though it has been confirmed by Ian Flynn that Starline's dead. In other words, a sort of image of her tormentor, and says, "Yes, you're much better off without it. Beaten, Rick, and Lorne. I'm not going to listen to you." "You ain't. Then who are you talking to?" "Ah!" And of course, we kind of see how Surge sees that no one's there. And we see how Kitsumi helps Sonic and the others. And we kind of see how Kitsumi is still going to be kind of a bit like of a lackey still. And we kind of see how Bell and Tails still tries to help the Motorbug that they sort of helped and dismantled. But of course, we know that Sonic needs to kind of tell Kitsumi the truth, that Dr. Starline's dead, and Surge was sort of lost in Eggman City. But what Sonic doesn't know is Surge is still alive. And of course, this is where we see Kitsumi now in a broken position, and we see Surge back at Central City saying, "I got a new toy. I'm itching to try it out. Anybody want volunteer?" And we see how Whisper shows up with her wisps, and of course tries to use them. And one of the wisps, the blue one, says, I hope this is over soon." "Geez, it's like one of those knives with all the little bits in them." And of course, we kind of see how she tries to use her powers, but finds out she's out of juice. But we kind of see how Surge decides to use her abilities, and of course, manages to get Whisper to give her a charge up, which of course gives her some of the Wisp energy, saying, "It worked! I love this thing." And of course, we see her trying to take on Whisper, saying, "My turn," and grabs one of the Wisps, much to her shock. And keep in mind that after losing her teammates, this is obviously going to bring back some painful memories. And we see her saying, "So, this is your trick, huh? Keeping me so much power to yourself. You should really learn to share." No! "Oh!" And of course, we kind of see that Whisper's trying to run for her life, but of course, Surge is now charged with the pink wisp, so she decides to use the blue one, which of course kind of gives Surge another winning edge. And of course, we kind of see how Joel gives words to Tails and that there's an attack in Central City, And we kind of see Sonic saying, "Yep, we got this. Oh, thank goodness. Good luck, you two." And we see how Bell decides to stay to look after Kitsumi, who's now kind of isolated himself, knowing Surge is gone. And we kind of see that now Surge has all of Whisper's wisps, and says, "So, what would you prefer? I'm itching to try out this rocket thing, but maybe the spikes. It's what you did to me, after all, just returning the favor." Ah! And of course, we see her using the blue wisp, and we see Surge hearing Starline's voice saying, "Oh, Sloppy, even with all that purified power, you're a mess. At least you're a constant mess." And we kind of see that Sonic and Tails wonder who she's talking to, but we see Surge saying, "I don't care. If you're not real, you're getting a beatdown. Oh, this should be fun." But of course, we kind of see how she ends up seeing Sonic. And of course, this is pretty much round 2. And we see how Tails asks if she's alright, and they need to get her back to the lab. But we see how Whisper has all these painful memories brought back, losing her teammates, as well as the Wisp, saying, "Tails, I need them back. But of course, we see how Bell kind of sees that Kitsumi's going to go back to kind of help Sonic out. But we see how Bell tries to get him to stay, and we see Kitsumi saying, "I won't lose him. I won't." And we see Bell saying, "Look, you're going for a lot right now, but stop, we can talk." But of course, we see Bell kind of crushed down by the extra weight of metals and everything else. And we see how Kitsumi manages to head off. And the next issue is obviously going to have Surge full power with full on Wisp energy. And this is the story. So I think, in my opinion, issue 53 is a pretty good story. Not only do we see repercussions, after effects, and unattended mess from Starline's actions, we do see how Surge is going to cause a lot more mayhem, knowing that Starline was just pretty much trying to fill Eggman's shoes, while Surge is basically a mess that Starline tried to fix. And I think, in my opinion, yeah, Surge is a better version of Scourge. I think doesn't really feel like a wannabe evil Sonic, but instead kind of like Android 18, reckless, dangerous, and violent on the battlefield. So I think this issue definitely deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.